The weather may be gloomy, but you know what's definitely not gloomy? The shape of this Mahindra XUV3X0. I'm the Don, and today on Keep It Soft Reviews, we have another Mahindra. That's right, this is Mahindra's entry-level this is Mahindra's, it always gets me, SUV, XUV, anyway. This is Mahindra's entry-level SUV. Mahindra's giving you a lot of options. This is a budget compact SUV that starts literally at only 254,900 Rand. Today we're going to drive it. We're going to get an in-depth interior review. I'm going to tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it. We're going to see the difference in the interior between the top range and the entry level and mid-spec. Thank you for being on my channel and consuming my content. We just got monetized! Woo! 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 You know what that means? Please watch all the ads. I'm trying to buy a G80 M3 by June 25, 2026. And that ad revenue is really going to help. It's also going to help improving the channel, like getting better mics so you don't hear dogs in the background which are being annoying, and getting other equipment. I'm the Don. This is Keep It Soft Reviews. Come, let's go. Guys, this car really looks aggressive. You even have a pronounced hood which gives it this type of look. Well done, Mahindra, on the looks, well done. Also, the looks are very interesting because this car starts at 254,000 and goes all the way up to 405,000 Rand. So in that bracket, there are so many cars to consider. So it was imperative that they have a design that stands out from the crowd. You get a DRL that embodies the whole sharp shape of the car, so it goes from here all the way down. I like what they did with the light. This is diamond embossed details that are all over the car. So you find it here, you find it here, you also find it at the back. I think it's pretty cool. You then get the stripes which mimic a grille, and they come together to form the new Mahindra logo, which looks pretty cool. You get glossy plastic here, you get hard plastic here, which is dope because this part can scuff and it's more durable with this type of plastic. On the automatic, you got a sticker here that reminds you that you're not in the manual, you're not shifting gears, bro. You're in that 6-speed automatic. You get Goodyear rubber, which is wrapping 17-inch diamond cut alloy rims. These rims are pretty cool. I don't only think that. When we were floating Panda the other day, the lady who works there was like, oh, those rims are so nice. Ah. You can get this car in a multitude of colors. You can even get two-tone. So you get a black roof and whatever exterior color you choose. You get a mirror that has a camera because this version comes with a 360-degree camera. Because of the sharp, boxy shape, you get quite large windows. My only issue with this test unit is that the windows aren't tinted and the light inside this car is very bright. So you can see, literally, I can see everything that's in the car right now just looking here. So when you buy your XUV3X0, make sure that they do smash and grab and extra window tinting. You get proper door handles. The plastic from the front continues on the side. It gives this car a bit of a rugged look, and I'm glad that they do that. It also works pretty well with the two-tone paint, and this goes all the way down around your doors. This will help you protect your paint from mud that's going to come from here. Back of the Mahindra XUV3X0, you get a full light bar across the back, and this shape matches the front headlights. All the sharp corners go into even the back lights. You get obviously your reverse indicator and your brake lights. At the back, you don't get too much going on. You have XUV3X0 written in big, a big Mahindra logo, and the designation of the variant that you got. I'm in the top of the range AX7L. The back kind of looks like it reversed into a wall. It really does kind of look like it reversed into a wall. Anyway, this looks like it's a pretty small rear window, but your view from the rear view mirror is actually pretty good. The rear camera is hidden all the way underneath here. Yeah, no, for me, the best view of the car is the front. What do you guys think of the looks of the Mahindra XUV3X0? Looks are very subjective, so some people may think this is some hideous car. I think it's pretty aggressive, and it's impressive coming from Mahindra, except for this pancake back. They've hidden where you open the boot underneath here, but the boot is manually operated. You get 364 liters of boot space, but there's quite a big hump in here. You get a rear tray cover and it tells you please do not place heavy objects here, so don't try to sit here. Let's see if the Dawn can fit into this 364 liters of boot space. You see how deep that drop is? 364 liters. And okay, you can kidnap me in here. Please don't. This being the second new generation Mahindra that I've driven. I think it's called a Drenix. I can safely say that the infotainment system and the driver's display is very good. You can tell that they put a lot of thought into where they put things, how they also do things. Because in here, you have real buttons to control all the things that you need. Even to switch off the annoying beeps, you just press a button right over here. It's easy to reach. You don't have to take your eyes off the road if you need to switch that off. To condition your air, right over here, you don't have to lean a lot. Another thing that's great is how they've positioned the infotainment screen. It's not too far back, so you can reach it very easily. The one thing that I don't like though is how deep the 10.25 driver's inch display is. I don't know why they couldn't have just put it over here. But the great thing about it is when you've got Android Auto connected into it, you can have the maps on full screen from Android Auto on your driver's display and still get your driving information that you need at the bottom of the screen. So that is a thumbs up. I really highly rate Mahindra's infotainment system and the driver's display because it's really intuitive and they really think about where they place things so that as a driver you don't have to be faffing around a lot. Oh, you see I'm in a jacket. This hot engine is just doing the Lord's work. Oh God. Anyway, all variants are powered by a 1.2 liter 3-cylinder turbo engine. It's good for 82 kilowatts and 200 Newton meters of torque. So whether you're paying 254,900 or you're whipping out 405,000, you get this 1.2 liter engine. The only difference though, some variants come with the manual and then the other variants come with the 6-speed automatic. I wonder how that feels to drive. Let me close this bonnet and show you. Oh my God, I can actually work out with this. Actually, before we get into the drive, let's talk about the different variants, how you get in them and how much they cost. The XUV3X0 comes in 5 variants, the MX2, MX3, AX5, AX5L, and then this, the top of the range AX7L. The whole range from MX2 to AX5 comes in both manual and automatic. The top of the range AX7L comes standard with the 6-speed automatic. The MX2 is the entry level that starts at 254,900, and these are the features that it gets. It gets steel wheels, no leather seats. You then move up to the MX3, which then adds these features on screen. If you want a little bit more, you then get the AX5. That's when you start to get the nicer features, including the 10.25 infotainment screen and the 10.25 driver's display, which is HD, and these other features. Then you get the AX5L, which adds a bit more and also more money. And then on top of all of those, there's this, the AX7L, which comes with all the features the others have, and this that you see on screen. This retails at 404,900. I know you're eager to see how this car drives, but let's quickly go over the cost of ownership whilst you see the interior of the entry-level and mid-spec level Mahindra XUV3X0. Using the MX3 automatic variant, which comes in at 294,999 Rand without deposit and a repayment period of 72 months and a linked interest rate of 13.5%, you're looking at paying 6,000 Rand a month. In addition to that, you're going to need to pay insurance. With my details, the cheapest insurance that I found was 1,100 Rand, but it had a pretty high excess. This car runs on petrol. A full tank is going to cost you 919 Rand and 80 cents, but in a month, you're probably going to get 2 full tanks, and that will cost you 1,839 Rand and 60 cents. This puts our total cost of ownership at 8,939 Rand and 60 cents. To comfortably afford this car, you need to be earning between 18 to 25,000 Rand. If you're looking to purchase a Mahindra XUV3X0 or any Mahindra for that matter, please contact David with the number on your screen. Okay, I'm done now. Let's get to the driving. Let's drive the Mahindra XUV3X0 A7XL. One thing already that's annoying. Listen to this when I'm going into reverse. Do you hear that? It's so loud. So you see, maps are here right now. I'm going to put them on the screen so that you'll see. You just go to navigation and you press. There you go. You've got it on your screen. Then you long press and you've got a full screen map. You don't need to go here. So here I can just put my music nicely. No, I don't even have to do all of that, right? Because the buttons are placed so well in the Mahindra, I can just press home here, and then if I want music, I just click over here and it'll play my music. But I'm recording with my phone, so it won't. Let's go. This car has level 2 ADAS, so it's got adaptive cruise control, it's got lane keep assist. Then another nice thing that Mahindra does, you use your steering wheel to switch it on or off. You don't have to faff around in the screen here. You use a button to switch it on or off. The lane keep assist is not intrusive at all. In fact, it's pretty good. I would keep it on. I've kept it on, so I'm used to my car. I've kept it on the whole time that I'm driving. On the highway, this car drives pretty smooth. You feel the bumps ever so slightly, but beyond that, this car is pretty comfortable and the changes are smooth. The throttle calibration is also smooth. I'm on the normal mode, which is zap. I call it normal mode because as soon as you switch on the car on, you're in zap, and you press down, then the car moves. Let's change. See, again, to change the drive mode, I didn't even look away from the road. I just pressed there. Let me put it on zoom. This is probably the sports mode because I'm seeing a racetrack on the thing. Let me close that. Let's see on zoom. Yeah, on zoom it's a bit more ready to accelerate. It's kind of more punchy is the wrong word, but it makes you want to move a bit more. The throttle is much more responsive in zoom. So I would honestly just keep it on zoom. Having seen the other levels of cars, I really think the value for money is in the automatic AX3, or as an entry-level first car that you're buying, the AX2. That's automatic. The driving experience with all of them with regards to engine and throttle calibration in the automatics, it's going to be the same all around. So when I'm talking about the driving experience here, I'm talking about the driving experience you can expect on all the ranges, because the engine is the same. The engine is the same on all of them. If you get an automatic gearbox, it's the same on all of them. The only differences are features. Look, for 1.2 liter engine, I think this is probably the pinnacle of 1.2 liter engines, honestly, if I'm being honest with you. With this car, the thing that is great is the seats are comfortable. They hug you. But if you're bigger than me, then you're going to feel like this is it's a bit of a squeeze. In this specific car, the thing that I enjoyed the most, Mahindra does this so well. I've already said it in the video, but it's how easy it is to access things here. Thinking about this car and the competitors that there are, the AX7L in particular, that would be the entry-level Cherry Tiggo Cross. You're looking at entry-level Tiggo 7 Pros. You're looking at Haval Jolion Pro up to the super luxury Haval Jolion City. So there's those are just the Chinese. Those are literally just the Chinese. Oh, there's also the motor in the Chinese. And you know the Chinese, they put a lot of spec in their cars. And those cars, I've driven the super luxury Jolion. It's more powerful than this. I've driven the what do you call this? I've driven the Cherry as well. More power than this. You also then get things like the Suzuki Fronx that's thrown into the mix. You get the Hyundai Elevate thrown into the mix. So that's why, for me, I think the competition for this car is tough. Where this car will win you over, though, the AX7L, is it's the tech. It's the tech that you get in this car. It's done so well. But then you need to consider, do you need more space? If you need more space, this car is not going to do it for you, because you saw the boot space. You see how tight the space is at the back with the baby seat. So there's all of that to consider. The other competitors have more space. If you have family, you think about space. So that's where then this car for me then is like, it's a bit of a hard sell. But I understand buying it, because it's this is so freaking good. It's so good. So yeah, for me, the value is in the two entry-level variants. That's where I would go. That's where I would spend my money. But driving this thing, honestly, it's this is a 1.2. It's a peak 1.2 turbo engine, I think, because it just wants you to go, especially in sports mode. I would keep it there the whole time. It just wants you to go. Like, you see, I'm keeping up with traffic. It's one of those cars, you know, there's this debate that says, are modern cars getting too powerful to use on the road? And which car is it that you can have fun with? And the truth of the matter is, a car that you can have fun with is a car that has probably about 160 kilowatts, is small and compact. This car isn't that. But my God, can I keep up with the traffic? And it's a 1.2. And the petrol that it's giving me, again, look at how easy it is to not take my eyes off the road and change my display to go to fuel info. It's so simple. I don't take my eyes off the road. I just use the buttons on the steering wheel, and yeah, fuel info. There you go. I'm getting 13.4 kilometers per liter, and I'm on sports mode. I've been on sports mode the whole time. 13.4 kilometers per liter. That's about 7.4 liters per 100, which you may think sounds thirsty for a 1.2, but then you consider the size of this car. It's a 5-seater, the ground clearance and all of that. Then you realize it's not bad. The thing that I will say has disappointed me the most about this car is the wind noise and the road noise. I'm driving at 100 kilometers per hour, and if it's more windy than this, God forbid, the noise. So that's, I think, the most annoying thing. But again, you're paying about, for this, 400,000 for a car. The competition honestly has more insulation, but then when you're thinking about the other variants, you're paying 300,000 or less for those variants, so you can't really complain or cry much about that. The ride is smooth and it's comfortable. I think I could do a long distance in this. I'll say that I've been driving this car the whole day. Since I've been shooting since 11, and I've basically been sitting in the seat most of the time. My back is not sore. In the XUV700, my back got sore. So this car has better seats. That's the nice thing about what I'm learning about Mahindra. First things first, it's right now, as I'm recording this, it's the fastest growing brand in South Africa. In February, they sold over 1,700 vehicles. In March last month, they sold over 2,500 vehicles. I think they really do take the learnings and implement them on those in their cars. That Android Auto maps, in the driver's display thing, that is a top tier feature. This engine has an undertone of a straight 6 or V6 engine. It's a very slight undertone. It's not fake noise that's pumped through the speakers. Getting into the Mahindra XUV3X0. Let's start with the driver's door. Oh, soft touch material over here, but you only get soft touch in the AX7. Soft touch over here, and then you get gloss plastic over here, electronic windows all around, and the driver's one goes down with one touch, up with one touch. Something that I found pretty weird the first day I drove it is the shape of these windows here. Central locking for your doors, locking for your windows. You get this white stitching and soft touch all the way up here in the top level AX7L. You get this piano black that's there on all variants, and you get that diamond pattern here and here. 1, 2, 3, 4 air vents at the front, dual zone air conditioning in the top level A7XL, electronic handbrake and auto hold function for the top range. So the attention to detail with the diamond pattern is actually immaculate. It's a nice touch, and because you find it everywhere, in the seats, over there, outside, you find it everywhere. Leatherette seats, and they're very nice and soft. These bolsters hold you, so they make the car more comfortable. You get the sky roof in the A7XL. The sunroof starts from the MX3 model, and this is how it looks. But in the top range AX7L, you get a sunroof all the way to the back. It's so easy to control, again with the buttons. Mahindra, I love it. I love it. I love it for the Mahindra. You know. Oh, rest in peace. Good enough. So you want to name this car?
It's fire now.
What do you want to call it?
Fire.
Fire. Why fire?
It's I'm trying to think of a name, but I can't think.
All right, you heard it here first. This car's name is now Fire. You get wireless Android Auto, and for Apple CarPlay, it's wired. You get these mats which have XUV3X0 written on them on all variants. If you have a Samsung phone, you know that blue means super fast charging. This is actually the best time, a great time to show you the 65 watts charging capability of the Mahindra XUV3X0. Blue means super fast charging. You see, super fast charging. 2 bottle holders. This is for a small bottle, this is for a big bottle. The rest of it is pretty thin, but you can put your documents and stuff. Wireless charging pad. I'm using the 65 watts because I don't have battery. You then get 2 small cup holders over here, and then in here you don't get much space in here, to be honest. This thing is almost full. I don't have my wallet, glasses and keys for my car in there. So yeah, one thing about this car, again, white or light colored headlining, which I don't like because it gets dirty easily. It really does. Here there's already marks around here in this car, and this car's only traveled 18,000 kilometers. So yeah, you get 6 airbags in the top of the range. Let's hop into the back. This is a nice touch. So the seatbelt doesn't need to flap around. You can actually just pop this right into there. Let's see how much of the Dawn fits in the back. All the way to the back. I'm at the back. Let's see. This is how much space the Dawn gets, so up to my knees. This is a pretty compact SUV, so don't expect to get the most space at the back, but it's pretty decent. This is in my driving position. I'm a 179 centimeter tall broer, and this is the legroom I get, which is pretty decent. My legs don't get a lot of under thigh support, but you don't feel like you're kneeling here, so this should be comfortable on a long trip. We haven't been able to do a long trip with this car, but we've been zipping around town with it. Went to Pretoria, drove on the highway. I've been driving around town today, and I'm going to drive in traffic when I'm recording my final thoughts. You get 2 speakers in the door here. At the front you get 1, 2 tweeters, then 1, 2 speakers, and then you get a subwoofer at the back for a total of 7 speakers. You also get a Harman Kardon sound system in the top of the range AX7, and I'm going to let you know how it sounds. Harman Kardon system. You get a subwoofer in the boot, and the boot is illuminated. 2 air vents here, and you get storage over there. You get storage here behind the seat as well, and you get an armrest. And look at what Mahindra did. They put the armrest like this so that you can take a bow. You can actually lean when you are sitting and use it as an armrest and not just a cup holder. Well done, Mahindra. You get the soft seats at the back. You get ISOFIX here. This ISOFIX, I'm going to show you how difficult it is to put a baby seat in this ISOFIX. The problem with the ISOFIX points here is that the part where the chair clips is also, the seat belt is coming out from underneath there, so it's kind of hard to clip it in. So it becomes very hard to get this thing just right. Is it in? No, it's not. Oh God. Now it's in. And then you get a cup holder here, one drinks holder, and then some storage and more storage over here. You get windows that are not automatic at the back, but do they go all the way down? Oh yes, all the way down. The kids are really gonna love being in here. Speaking of kids, so this back seat, to be 100% honest with you, is very comfortable. It's very, very comfortable, but the headroom that you get in here, the head is at the bottom. The headroom that you get in here isn't the greatest. I'm 1.79. Anybody that's taller than me is going to be hitting here, and that's because of this panoramic roof that goes all the way back. So funny thing is, in this car, the top of the range might not actually be where you get value for money. You get a light here which you can switch on and off, and a light here that you can switch on and off as well. And that's pretty much it. Oh, seat belt. The passenger seat belt is a proper full seat belt and not the one that's like an airplane. And that brings me to the end of the interior of the AX7L version of the Mahindra XUV300. What do you guys think of the interior? Let me know. If you're this far in the video and you haven't liked, kindly give the video a like. It lets YouTube know people are actually enjoying the content and they suggest it to more. Also, please watch all the ads. I'm trying to buy an M3, a G80 M3 by June next year. Final thoughts on the Mahindra XUV3X0. Considering the fact that this is a 1.2 liter turbo petrol engine, I think you get a good bang for buck, but the value is really in the mid-range options. This that I drove is 405,000. Now at 405,000 Rand, there's a raft of other options for you to choose from. I mean, the cars that are available have even more power than this car. So, is there really value in buying the top of the range? It's up to you. Let me know in the comment section what you think of this Mahindra XUV3X0. Would you purchase this, or would you purchase other cars which has competitors? I'm the Don, and this was Keep It Soft Reviews. If you're this far in the video, give this video a like. If you're this far and the subscribe button has not been pressed, please subscribe and help me grow on the road to 5,000 subscribers. At 5,000, we're trying to get a G80 M3, my dream car. And watch all the ads. I'm trying to buy the G80 by June 25, 2026. Dango!